When Beyoncé dropped Renaissance in Arting RR, it wasn't just another album, it was a cultural event that shook the music world. With pulsating beats, powerful vocals, and themes celebrating Black joy and resilience, Beyoncé redefined what it means to be a pop superstar in the modern era. But beyond the hits and headlines, what truly makes the Renaissance era a cultural revolution? Today we're unpacking the music, the message, and the movement behind Queen Bey's boldest chapter yet. Before Renaissance, Beyoncé had already cemented her status as a global icon. With albums like Lemonade, she delivered searing social commentary wrapped in stunning visuals and innovative soundscapes. Songs like Formation became cultural touchstones, empowering Black women and spotlighting systemic injustices in America. She wasn't just making music, she was shaping conversations and influencing movements. Lemonade was deeply rooted in pain, protest, and healing. It was personal and political, blending heartbreak with Black Southern traditions and African diasporic imagery. But with Renaissance, Beyoncé took a sharp yet purposeful turn, away from the heaviness of protest music toward a place of celebration and liberation. This wasn't a retreat from activism, but a transformation of it. Joy as resistance, rhythm as reclamation. She shifted from mourning to movement, honoring the resilience of Black and queer communities who have always used music as a survival tool. With Renaissance, Beyoncé wasn't just dancing for fun. She was dancing for freedom, for community, and for healing. This album sets the stage for a new narrative, one that centers euphoria, belonging, and the unapologetic reclaiming of space. Renaissance is a sonic time machine. Beyoncé dives headfirst into genres like disco, house, and funk, musical spaces birthed in Black and queer communities. By embracing these sounds, she reclaims their legacies while pushing them into the future. Every beat feels intentional, echoing history while resonating with today's need for joy and liberation. Collaborating with iconic producers like Honey Dijon, The Dream, and Mike Dean, Beyoncé fuses cutting-edge production with retro aesthetics. The result is a soundscape that's both fresh and familiar. Songs like Alien Superstar shimmer with glamour and grit, while Church Girl flips gospel tropes into a bold anthem for freedom and self-love. Break My Soul, the lead single, became an anthem of empowerment during a time when burnout and resignation swept across the globe. Sampling Big Freedia and echoing Robbins' Show Me Love, it's more than a dance track, it's a call to liberation. Beyoncé reminds us that the dance floor can be both a refuge and a revolution. At the heart of Renaissance lies a powerful theme: liberation through joy. Unlike the political weight of Lemonade or the introspection of Four, this album bursts with light. It's unapologetically celebratory, a love letter to life, movement, and self-expression. Beyoncé gives us permission to feel good again, to dance without shame or fear. This isn't a shallow escape from reality, it's strategic joy. By channeling freedom through pleasure, Beyoncé flips the narrative that activism must always look or feel heavy. Through Euphoria, she reconnects her audience to ancestral practices. Dance as protest, music as medicine. It's rebellion wrapped in rhythm, healing wrapped in glitter. In tracks like Cozy and Heated, Beyoncé centers self-love, confidence, and Black excellence. She creates sonic affirmations, especially for marginalized identities. The joy here is layered, personal and communal, historical and futuristic. It's about survival, but it's also about thriving. And that's what makes Renaissance so radical. Beyoncé visuals during the Renaissance era are more than stunning, they're revolutionary. Every frame celebrates identity, community, and futurism. Drawing on Afrofuturism, queer aesthetics, and high fashion, her visual language honors the past while pushing cultural boundaries. She doesn't just perform, she builds worlds. Her live performances bring this vision to life. Think mirrored bodysuits, robotic horses, ultraviolet lighting, and voguing on massive LED runways. It's an immersive experience that honors ballroom culture and queer Black creativity. Beyoncé isn't appropriating, she's revering and amplifying. It's spectacle with soul, extravagance with intention. These shows blur the line between concert and cultural ritual. They celebrate movement, expression, and community. The attention to detail, from lighting to choreography, creates a fully realized Renaissance world. In this universe, everyone is invited to shine, to express, and to feel seen. That's the power of Beyoncé's performance art. Renaissance isn't just inspired by Black and queer culture, it's devoted to it. Beyoncé uses her platform to uplift the very communities that gave birth to house music, disco, and ballroom. By naming her album Renaissance, she references a rebirth of these cultures, these sounds, these spirits. She acknowledges pioneers like T.S. Madison and Big Freedia directly in her tracks. These aren't background samples, they're central voices. Beyoncé gives credit where it's long overdue, spotlighting those who shaped the cultural movements now dominating the mainstream. It's more than homage, it's restitution. The album became a cultural affirmation for LGBTQ+ fans and communities of color. By aligning herself with these traditions, Beyoncé tells the world that Black queer joy is not only valid, it's essential. This resonance stretches beyond music. It influences fashion, film, and even how marginalized voices are celebrated in mainstream spaces. Critically, Renaissance was hailed as one of Beyoncé's most innovative works. Music journalists and cultural critics praised its boldness, cohesion, and reverence for Black and queer roots. It landed at the top of countless year-end lists, described as both a party album and a statement piece, proof that joy can be as revolutionary as rage. Commercially, it soared. The album debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, making Beyoncé the first female artist to debut at #1 with every solo studio album. Break My Soul topped global charts and fans across continents danced to its affirming beat. Her blend of genre experimentation and emotional depth resonated widely. The Renaissance aesthetic was a masterclass in fashion storytelling. Drawing from 70s disco, Afrofuturism, and underground ballroom glam, Beyoncé turned each look into a moment. Chrome bodysuits, feathered capes, neon latex. Every outfit told a story of freedom, defiance, and beauty beyond norms. She didn't just wear fashion, she redefined it. Designers like Mugler, Balmain, and Iris Van Herpen collaborated with her to create bold silhouettes that blended the past and future. Her choices weren't just trend-setting, they were symbolic. Fashion became a vehicle for liberation, an armor for joy, a canvas for identity. Community is the heartbeat of Renaissance. Beyoncé crafted this album not as a solo spotlight, but as a collective celebration. She brought together a wide-ranging group of collaborators, from queer producers to veteran legends, each adding their own flavor to the mix. It wasn't just about features. It was about honoring lineage. Though Renaissance pulses with joy, it's not politically neutral. It dances in defiance of oppression. By celebrating Black queer life without apology, Beyoncé sends a powerful message. Existence itself is resistance. This isn't protest music in the traditional sense. It's protest through pride, through pleasure, through presence. The Renaissance World Tour was more than a concert. It was a cultural spectacle. Beyoncé transformed arenas into portals of liberation and fantasy. With state-of-the-art visuals, futuristic themes, and a celebration of ballroom and drag culture, each show became a living, breathing version of the album's spirit. If you love this deep dive, smash that like button. Subscribe for more Beyoncé content and cultural breakdowns, and don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the most powerful revolutions don't come with a bang. They come with a beat.